Car prices to crash. Two-wheelers super cheap. Phones no more heavy on wallet. Hello friends, this is not some billion day offer. It is not even a private company's discount sale. This is a discount sale being brought by the government of India. In the upcoming Diwali, India's market is going to face big changes. Central government has decided to make a major surgery in GST, Goods and Services Tax. By Diwali, the prices of most goods will reduce. Bikes, cars, electronic items will see heavy price cuts. In some cases, up to 10% cheaper. If you wait just 2 more months, a bike worth 3 lakh rupees can save you 30,000 rupees. A car worth 20 lakh rupees can save you 1.5 lakh to 2 lakh rupees. Mobile phone prices will also come down. In fact, almost 90% of items are going to get cheaper. This upcoming Diwali might invite one of the biggest economic revolutions in India's history. So which items will become cheaper and by how much? What will happen to bike and car prices? How will this impact India's economy? And why did the government suddenly decide on such a massive change? Let's look at everything in detail. Please stay with us till the very end. PM Modi's big decision. In a country that has only seen rising prices, why are prices suddenly set to crash? The reason is GST reforms. You might have already seen or heard about this. The central government has decided to make major changes to GST. The Deepavali double gift announced by Prime Minister Modi on Independence Day and now revealed by GST Council itself. Only 5% and 18% GST slabs are to be remained. That means goods were under 12% will now come to 5%. Expensive goods that were under 28% of GST will now move to 18%. And not just that. Around 90% of items will shift to 5% the base slab. Only tobacco and some sin goods and luxury goods will continue under 40% tax, which is a special rate in this new mechanism. So prices of consumer goods will fall massively. But exactly how much? Let's go one by one. Cars, bikes cheaper by 10%. The biggest winners of these GST reforms are the automobile sector and vehicle buyers. Why? Because in India, all internal combustion engine ICE vehicles were under 28% of GST. That includes passenger vehicles, two-wheelers and commercial vehicles. And along with the 28% GST, over and above, there was an extra compensation cess up to 22% on some of these vehicles. Only electric and hydrogen vehicles had lower GST of 5 or 12%. But now, after this reform, almost all vehicles will now come under 18% GST slab. That means a 10% price drop. Small car prices will see the biggest drop. According to HSBC report, around 8% cheaper. India's best-selling Suzuki Wagoner will fall by 9%. Mahindra Bolero price will fall by 10%. XUV 700 by 7%. Suzuki Brezza and Hyundai Creta by 3%. So all car prices will drop significantly. Experts say entry-level car prices may drop by around 36,000 rupees in average. So if you can wait just 2 more months to buy a car or bike, you can save enough money for 2 to 3 service bills or even more. Not only small cars, mid-range and upper segment cars except luxury will also fall the prices. Currently, Indians prefer compact SUVs more than small hatchbacks. Sales of SUVs are high. So now after this GST reforms, not only small cars, even compact SUVs will get cheaper. So buyers in the B segment car market will benefit greatly. And not only that, top selling bikes will also fall by around 6,200 rupees on an average, or simply calculate nearly 10% cheaper. If you are planning to buy Royal Enfield 350cc or other 250cc bikes, you can save 15,000 to 20,000 rupees or even more. That's almost equal to 1 year's petrol cost. But luxury cars will continue with 40% tax. For them, instead of compensation cess, a direct 40% special rate will apply. That is why in a price-sensitive country like India, this GST cut will definitely give a massive boost to the automobile industry. The automobile sector was facing serious slowdown. According to SAIM data in 2025, sales of small cars fell by 11.58% compared to last year. But now, with GST changes, huge demand will be created. Global agency Nomura says this tax cut will give an auto sector multiplier effect of 1 to 1.5 times. New vehicle demand could rise 5 to 10%. Company margins may improve by 10 to 15%. Maruti Suzuki, Hyundai and Tata Motors are expected to get most of the benefit because they sell more small cars to the middle class and low income buyers. In fact, 68% of Maruti's portfolio is small cars. Mahindra also has 52% budget cars. In two-wheeler segment, Hero, Honda, TVS and Bajaj will gain heavily. So Indian companies will have the biggest advantage. But experts say four-wheelers will benefit more than two-wheelers because in bikes, new safety rules like ABS and double helmet, these are increasing their input cost 3,000 rupees to 4,000 rupees per unit. That will offset some GST benefits. Two-wheeler makers that already implemented ABS will benefit more. But wait, why government is doing this? This will be revenue loss for them. Up to 74,000 crore rupees of revenue loss is estimated. Then why they are doing this? Friends, GST balancing will cover this. A 10% demand rise will immediately reduce this loss to 54,000 crore. And if demand can rise further in future due to lower rates, the extra consumption will recover the remaining loss as well. So overall, tax collections will increase again. Due to tax buoyancy, losses are expected to be written off. Mobiles too getting cheaper. Currently, mobiles fall under 18% GST. Mobile companies have always criticized this as regressive. Earlier, mobiles had only 6% tax, but in 2017, under a transitional compromise, they were put under 12%. This was said to be temporary. So manufacturers expected it would soon drop to 5%, but instead in 2020, the government raised it to 18%. This was like adding salt on the wound. As a result, mobile sales crashed. In 2019, India sold 30 crore mobile phones, but in 2020, only 22 crore were sold. Since mobile became costlier, fewer people bought them. Replacement cycles also became longer. Many Indians use their phones until it almost breaks down. Only a few people upgrade every year, like those who stand in line for the new iPhones. Most Indians delay replacement. So now the expectation is that mobile phones will be shifted to 5% slab in new GST reforms, or GST reforms 2.0. Manufacturers are also demanding this. Today, 99.5% of phones sold in India are made in India. So if GST falls to 5%, India's electronics manufacturing will also get a huge boost. If this happens, mobile phone prices will fall big. Right now, in a 30,000 rupees phone, 5,000 rupees is GST. So if reduced, buyers can save 3,000 to 4,000 rupees. For high-end phones above 30,000 rupees, savings may be 5,000 to 6,000 rupees just by this government offer, GST 2.0 offer. And if you add million billion day offers as well, then you can save even much more. Even laptops may come under 5% GST now, because in today's digital era, laptops are essential for students and young professionals. And household electronics like TV, fridge and AC are now under 28% GST. But after GST reforms, they may move to 18%. So their prices may fall by 4,000 to 5,000 rupees, around 8% savings. Big relief for home builders. Not just cars and mobiles, even building materials will get cheaper. Steel, cement and other construction items will move from 28% to 18%. Earlier, under VAT system, the tax rates were different. When GST came, the same high rates were applied. But now, under GST 2.0 reforms, things are changing. If shifted to 18%, which is expected, construction cost will fall sharply. Right now, building a house is very costly. Steel and cement prices have shot up. For example, TMT bars now cost 60,000 to 72,000 rupees per ton. But with new GST, they may fall to 55,000 to 60,000 rupees per ton. That's a drop of 5,000 to 6,000 rupees per ton. And cement, per 50 kg bag, for one bag, price may fall by 29 to 33 rupees. So overall construction cost may reduce greatly. Even medicines, processed food, clothes and footwear may come under 5% GST slab. And this can save 500 to 1000 rupees per item. So friends, what are your thoughts on this? Please let us know on the comment section below, and if you like this video, please don't forget to like, share and especially please don't forget to subscribe. This is our request to you. Thank you so much. Let's meet again. Namaste.